Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. It's Tarot Tuesday, Tarot, and it's really actually starting to feel like it in my morning. Okay, so I really need to strongly consider, even though it goes against everything that I believe in, setting an alarm for myself and actually, like, if I'm actually going to accomplish everything that we talked about accomplishing yesterday, I'm gonna have to maybe get up at 5:15 or something, because this whole like having stupid dreams all night and sleeping until 9, that didn't work out very well for me today. It is 11:11 exactly right now. It's not feeling very magical in this now moment, but if we can make an 11:11 wish, yeah, I think I better heed the advice of the Arcturians today and go with the flow. And I just literally deleted a chapter of Course in Miracles. I was like, all right, I'm going to at least try to get like a part done of chapter 23. And I didn't delete the whole chapter, just part 1. I couldn't even get to the introduction without screwing it up. And then I tried to edit the end. Well, didn't it like chop off half a sentence? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I will just restart from scratch again tomorrow. Sometimes it just seems better to do that. 11:12. Okay, so we're gonna do a spread today. It's actually a few days old, 3 days old. We had the 12/12 on Saturday, and I find it very interesting, like when I think back on 12/12, you know, who was in my experience on that day, and maybe how the questions relate to this. This is just a 3-card spread. I feel like that's all I can handle today. How about you? So yeah, my mom decided to, she was supposed to come at lunch or after lunch. She decided to text me at 10 and said, I think I'll come over now. I hope that's okay. Oh yeah, absolutely. Even though I've told you a million billion times that I record in the mornings, yes, whenever it's good for you. And then my ex-husband texted me that he will be coming over at lunch to change the water filter. Now, lunchtime could actually be any minute now. Like 11 to him is probably lunchtime because he gets up at 5, which I need to start doing. So this morning was a good reminder that it's like, if I want any quiet time in the morning, which is the only time for me to find it, I'm going to have to actually make an effort to go get it. The Knight of Pentacles, Elecampane, he probably sets an alarm clock. No trouble. He just beep, beep. He gets up. He gets it going. So anyways, I know a lot of times Spirit will wake me up and then I make the choice to fall back asleep. That never serves me. So I might just have to like get on it. I'm just putting that out there for myself. So Elecampane is our really cool herb. Let's do our affirmations, and then I will tell you what the 3 topics. This is a solstice shop spread, of course, because every 3rd spread that I hoard at Tarot Spread Layout on Instagram seems to be solstice shop, because that girl's on fire. Anyways, I'll tell you what we're going to do for the 12/12. These are like timeless questions about completion and, you know, things. Should I just tell you now? All right, I'll just tell you now. Sorry, I'm just no good at building hype. We're going to do 3 cards today, and we'll just see what comes in. The first one is going to be, what journey is coming to completion for me? What journey is coming to completion for me? Then we have a middle card, and it's a little bit lower than the other 2. That's how she has them, a little zigzag here. What lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? And then finally, what fresh new beginnings are coming in? So they're really general, but like I looked at all my spreads at Tarot Spread Layout, and they're all good. There's like a new moon in Sagittarius and the 4 powers and doing the damn thing. There's some good ones. 2020 year in review spread. Like, but everything just seemed like emotionally exhausting to me. Oh, I have 616 followers. That grew quickly. And I've made 112 posts so far. So big number 12 going on, the 12th month we're in. But yeah, like what journey is coming to completion for me? I sort of feel like I'm on the culmination of several things coming to completion. So yeah, what has been the lessons and what fresh new beginnings are coming in. So sometimes when you're at the end of a journey or the end of something, it's almost, if it's really wiped you out, yeah, you're like, oh my God, like I don't even know if I'm in the right mind frame to think about fresh new beginnings, but yet I am because I need them. But whew. So anyways, we definitely need to tap into the Ella campaign vibe and the Knight of Pentacles vibe, because if we are going to continue to make fantastic progress, which I know we are, then we must really understand that we need to tune in to Mother Earth and allow ourselves to be strengthened and healed. And yes, 9D Arcturian Council, allow the energy to flow. This affirmation minute is brought to you by the Elegant Herb of the Week, Ella Campaign. I am loyal. I am on the right path. By being in tune with Mother Earth, I strengthen and heal myself. I allow the energy to flow. I teach my wisdom through my actions, accomplishments, and words. I create the vision and follow it. I am loyal. I am on the right path. By being in tune with Mother Earth, I strengthen and heal myself. I allow the energy to flow. I teach my wisdom through my actions, accomplishments, and words. I create the vision and follow it. So be it. Yes, allow the energy to flow. That's what the Arcturians want to talk about today, and the solar eclipse. Don't be afraid of that. The energy is here to help us, upgrade us, pump us up, but like, it's your choice what you want to do with it. I look forward to reading this every morning. I just wish my throat would cooperate. So truly, it would be nice to be able to read and narrate things after I've warmed up properly, like later on. But I have to learn to just take advantage of the time that I do have, which isn't much. So let's get going. I feel like today's a tester day. It's like, so Sade, you've been doing your work. You've been reading the Course in Miracles. Now we're gonna send all the annoying people your way and see if you really have made progress or not. But hey, you got to go with the flow, because I do see how everything is working out, and you know, it is what you make it. And you know, just want things to get done. Sometimes it has to be on their timing. Do I want the water filter to get changed? Yes, because water pressure is nice to have, right? My mom came and visited. Well, then at the end she was like, hey, I'm gonna pay you today in case in case I don't see you before the weekend. So I got paid early, which means I can take the kids Christmas shopping maybe this afternoon before the snow comes. It's like, hey, if the day doesn't go exactly the way you think it was supposed to go, how about you just go with the flow and see how it actually is flowing? You're the one who's flailing about. You're the one who's trying to, like, you know, make splash around and just float. When in doubt, float. All right, so I am shuffling up the Herb Crafters Tarot. And we're hanging out with Ella Campaign. It's our 43rd herb of the week. How fantastic is that? We've done, if you've hung out with me for over 300 podcasts, we have sat with 43 different herbs now, each for a week. That's really putting some time in. I really hope that everybody gets a certificate of completion. At the end of this podcast, I'll have to make a download. Like, if you've listened to all of Ho's episodes, I'll get you a free printable that says so and so completed. How many will we have done? I think, let's see. Do you want to know? I have next year scheduled, and I'll be doing 20 weeks in 2021, and then I am retiring. So, deal. We'll have done 64 herbs when it's all said and done. So there we go. And I am going to update herboracle.blogspot.com with the ones that we are going to do. So you will be able to have a sneak peek if you would like to do that. All right, I better get shuffling. All right, here we go. So that's the news. That's the heads up. I was thinking about not venturing into the new year, but then I compromised with myself, or spirit and I compromised, and instead of doing a full year, a half year. And I thought, okay, fine, that feels pretty good, because then I'm not like a quitter. I've gone a little bit farther than you know, and that'll feel pretty good, and then I'll be ready. It'll feel complete. That's the thing, you guys. A lot of my projects, that's why this tarot spread actually resonated, because a lot of my projects are starting to sense the completion, and it doesn't feel like quitting to me. It feels like we are complete. It feels like at the end of this one, it'll feel like I have lovingly spotlighted 64 herbs. 6 plus 4 is 10. Perfect 10. Like, I don't need to feel like I didn't do enough. Like, honey, I did plenty, and it's complete. When I'm done with Herbal Marie, and we've done all the herbal tarots, and I've finally done some of the other podcasts that I want to do a whole You Can Make series, and just, you know, teach people how to make tinctures and things like that. All right, there's my interruption. Okay, I'll catch you later. I'll be back. Let me take a quick 45-minute break. All right, so it's almost noon, and I have water pressure now, so that's cool. All right, so let's just, you know, it's a tarot day, so it don't have to be perfect. Maybe every day should be a tarot day. Right, just say, you know what, it don't have to be perfect. Let's log into my phone here and open up the Instagram. So I do have now like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Instagram accounts. I wonder how many they'll let me have. All right, 12/12 tarot spread. So how have you been feeling since Saturday? Now, the first question is going to be, what journey is coming to completion for me? I'm going to hurt my dogs. Dog, singular. What journey is coming to completion for me? Then the next one's going to roll right off. So if you're shuffling along with me and you're going to pull your self cards, then we want to know, well, what lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? So if things do complete in your life, then what did you learn? What lessons do you get to take with you? So it's like, yeah, I went to wherever and all I got was a stupid t-shirt. Yes, but that's what you get to take with you. So what type of lessons? And then, okay, fine. What's ending is ending. We have learned how to to accept that, change with it, actually get excited about it. Maybe we could get excited about some completions. And then looking forward, what fresh new beginnings are coming in? All right, well, this is beyond shuffled, okay? So if we pull the same cards, lavender, lemon balm, hemlock, like, hey, that's apparently just our cards, okay? Because I have shuffled until my thumb was actually getting like kind of sore. So, all right, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's what we're doing. And then we're going to Dollar Tree to Christmas shop. The kids and I do an annual yearly Christmas shopping for each other. They buy gifts for each other at the Dollar Tree. And then their grandma. Usually it's grandma's, but Grandma Josie decided to check out in January. So anyways, it should be quick in and out, but I'm suggesting we get in there in the afternoon, before the after workers and school kids and all that. So, okay, right? Shop with the old ladies if you can. That's the way, I like it. What journey is coming to completion for me? What journey is coming to completion for me? I do feel like, in a lot of sense, part of me I've let go of a big chunk of an old version of myself. You can take a guess what that is. But it's like everything that I've been obsessing about. I feel like I'm really done with a lot of that, and I've been testing it out, and that part of me she gone. She pretty much gone. All right, so what journey is coming to completion for me? We got this 6 of Air cattail, and it is reversed, so I'm going to just leave it upside down because it looks really cool. I was going to say cool AF. It looks really cool upside down because, all right, now I'll describe it for you. I don't think we've ever gotten this one, but I freaking love it because there's feathers on the table. Like maybe crow feathers and great horned owl feathers and then some white feathers. And then my dog that needs to get her bone out of here feathers. And then in the background, there's cattails. So it looks like you put a wooden table in the swamp. This is highly unlikely that you would be sitting here writing with your quill pen in the middle of a wetland. However, it's cool, but it was reversed. So maybe does that indicate that I'm having a little trouble with it coming to an end, or maybe it's overdue? But when it is upside down, I actually think it looks way cooler because the feathers now are dangling. So if you would tie a couple feathers on a string, and now the cattails also look like feathers dangling like together, 2 feathers tied on your bundle or something. It looks really amazing. So anyways, if everybody could quiet down their wrappers around me. Hey man, it's a Tarot Tuesday. We take it or leave it here. But 6 of Air. 6 of Air. Let's see here. Cattails. The cattails look pretty cool right now whenever you see them alongside the road because like they've released their inner fluff and they're just letting the wind take it wherever it goes. But the question is, what journey is coming to completion for me? And the answer is the 6 of Air with cattail, who says, and this is coming to an end, so this might not make any sense. It says, question your assumptions, gain clarity through articulating your visions and writing, support others in setting intentions for a change. I'm just going to totally take this as like me, okay, with this podcast, me basically helping everybody set intentions, which is what I do here, right? Every week we have our affirmations. Well, those are intentions. What are our affirmations this week? To be more loyal. Like it says, I am loyal, but in the world of intention setting, it's basically saying, I'm setting the intention to be more loyal, right? I'm setting the intention to know that I'm on the right path. I'm setting the intention to be in tune with Mother Earth, to strengthen myself, to heal myself, to allow the energy to flow, to teach my wisdom through my actions, accomplishments, and words, right? I'm setting the intention, and I'm supporting others in setting intentions for change. We've set the intention this week with Ella Campaign to create the vision and follow it, right? So in a lot of ways, this journey of me doing that, which I didn't just do it here, I've done it for many years on my YouTube channel as well. And yeah, quite frankly, I'm fucking tired. Quite frankly, like, okay, like I need to just go live my own intentions now. It's been really fun. I'm not done yet, but what journey is coming to completion for me is supporting others and setting intentions for change. We've set the intentions. Now make the choice, follow them or not. But now I have to follow the intentions that I have set for myself. So anyways, what journey is coming to completion for me? Cattail says, okay, so anyways, there is a table in the afternoon sun. It's covered in sheets of handmade paper for writing prayer petitions with friends. Cattails grow along the border of a nearby marsh. Crow, owl, and heron, you know, the long-legged guys, heron feathers are gathered in glasses. I love them. I want a crow feather. They're here everywhere, like flying around, but I never find a feather. So I'm just asking the universe, can I please have a crow feather? And a crow that I'm going to name Ratty. Okay, anyways, there's a jar of walnut ink. It's open, ready to document devotions. So I just keep thinking about this one part in A Course in Miracles that says, like, once you do, like, get connected in a certain way, with, you know, the Holy Spirit and stuff, your praying like you used to is no longer even relevant. Like, you don't continue to keep asking for little things because you know that it's all given. There is no order of miracles. Like, prayer will take on, it almost becomes unnecessary. And in a way, like, that's how I also feel my journey with oracle cards and tarot cards. I can feel it. You guys, last week, how many times did I argue with the guidebook? Right? How many times did I think to myself, I'm pretty much beyond doing this? Like, there is a point where you graduate. There is a point where you don't need to keep asking questions all the damn time because you have knowledge for yourself. You have the Holy Spirit flowing through you all the time. There is no need to forecast. There is no need to gain clarity. You're living in clarity. So anyways, Cattail does say, open yourself to new ways to pray. The thing about cattails is they are often seen as invasive, but they're actually creating a stronger ecosystem by cleaning and purifying an area, making it more habitable for life. So it's like, yeah, I did need to come into my own existence in an invasive way. Like, would you say that I overdo things? Absolutely. I'm an all or nothing 100% person. So I didn't just want to do a handful of herb of the weeks. No, eventually I want to do 64 of them. That's a lot. That will put us like definitely over 400 podcasts. I don't want to really take time to math right now, but it's like, I am invasive. I have way over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. I am invasive because sometimes that's what I need to do for myself to purify myself for more life to be within me. I had to do 40 whatever days of shadow work. I had to do 64 days of peace and nonviolence. I continue on and on and on whenever I feel the need to do that. And then I invite everybody to go with me. But anyways, what journey is coming to completion for me? Honey, you cannot purify yourself anymore. You've done all the work and then some, even more. You've gone farther because people wanted you to. You've done more because you've doubted yourself. There's no need for doubt anymore. You don't need to do anything else. So Cattail says, ask for help from your community when you need it. And this is all coming to a completion. As cattail seeds are carried by the wind, trust spirit to carry your visions toward a greater good. Our affirmation this week is, I create the vision and follow it, right? So at some point we have to have trust. We have to just give it over to spirit. Like, I feel like I've done the work. I've planted more seeds than I ever would have thought I would have energetically. And now that the wind can take them or the earth can bury them, either way, I'm okay with it. Adjust your expectations and challenge your current way of thinking. Be the resource of the spirit. Look for the myriad ways to be of service to the needs of others. Now, I just want to say, I get that's what I've done. And I also understand that the question I've asked is, what journey is coming to completion for me? Like, it's not that I'm going to not be of service anymore, but I have been prepping myself that over the next few months, I am going, in the next year, really the next year, like whether it's me weaning off or me dwindling down or me understanding that I did what I came to do and that's it. And then, I don't know, I guess then it's either new beginnings will come in, but what I have been doing is done. And see, even as I'm going on and on and on about this, that to me is saying, yeah, you've basically repeated yourself for a few years. It's been a new maybe like title, it's been a new series, it's been a new whatever, but it's been the same thing again and again and again. And maybe in a lot of ways I had to do that so I felt like it was enough. But Spirit is kind of saying, it's enough. You're enough. You've done enough. You don't need to keep over giving because of your lack of self-worth, which that's what it is in a lot of ways too. When you overgive to somebody in your life, here, this hashtag spiritual Twitter, I saw somebody post the other day, like, don't fall into the cycle of over giving because of your lack of self-worth. You are enough. You are enough. You've given enough. You've done enough. So this cycle of overgiving, this journey of me just relentlessly giving to the extent that I have become an invasive species. I have become the cattail. It was for a reason, but I need to reel it in. All right, so what lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? So yeah, I mean, I don't have to feel any way about it. I don't have to place any judgment on it. But yeah, like this journey of, obnoxiously giving it's got to be done. And I know that. It's complete. It is being done. It is completing. But thankfully, it's being shown to me with enough advance that personally I'm going to be super cool with it. I think that's the thing too. Like sometimes if journeys end too abruptly, you're like, wait, I didn't get enough. Like I want to stay. But like sometimes certain journeys are long and arduous. Is that the right word? But like they're plenty long. And then you're just kind of like, yeah, I think it is complete. It is complete. I am complete. What lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? So get your shuffle going on again and pull a card asking the question. Now that you are aware of what journey is coming to completion for you, right? Basically, whatever has been going on the last 2 years or longer, if you can start to see it like a cycle that had a theme, right? How much longer do you want to keep on that hamster wheel? I'm saying, God, that's what it feels like. Yeah, it's a really nice hamster wheel, but eventually you get bored. Eventually you're ready to like even just break the structure that holds the hamster wheel in place and like let it fly off. And do you know what I mean? Like it's like taking a stationary bicycle and like actually getting real wheels for both the front and the back so that you can actually go places now. The work was good. The work was valuable. Setting intentions for myself and others, doing shadow clearing work, making such progress up towards peace, letting go of judgment and violent tendencies, really understanding what the ego is more and more and how it's not my friend. Like you can say, oh, but we need our egos. Okay, clearly some of you have not read A Course in Miracles yet, and it shows. So, what lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? What lessons? So many. Oh my God, so many. I know. So many lessons I can take with me as this journey ends. But which one does the Herb Crafter Tarot want to point? Which one does the herbs want me to really appreciate? Ooh, that's just it. So many lessons I can take with me. I got a lot of great t-shirts. Okay. Actually, I haven't bought myself a t-shirt in probably ever. The last t-shirt that I got was at Goodwill a couple years ago because I walked into Goodwill and there was a shirt on the display that said, check your ego, amigo. And I thought, oh my God, that's so funny. Why are these all reversed for me? Alfalfa is the lesson that I'm going to take with me as the journey ends. It is reversed. So that very sharp tool, garden tool, is that called a sickle? It's upside down. Almost like a reversed mirrored check, right? If it was flipped the other way, it would look like check, done, you know. But this just has the alfalfa hanging and the garden tool looking dangerous but small. If it was upright, yeah, oh my God, isn't that interesting? Like when the 10 of air is upright, that garden tool looks ginormous. Like ready to, like it's gonna be brought down and it's gonna chop something. When this card is reversed, the perception is completely changed. That huge patch of alfalfa that needs work looks tiny. The tool looks tiny. What upright looks like a lot of work to be done, reversed looks tiny. The tool looks tiny. I know I'm going on and on about this, but you cannot believe what a different perception it holds. It doesn't even look like a blade anymore. It looks like a floating crow feather coming down. So the 10 of air is alfalfa. And the question is, what lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? So alfalfa says, compost your plans and allow new ideas to sprout. Breaking down leads to renewed fertility. Let your studies lie fallow. Replenish and begin again. Now the only confusing thing is it's reversed. So sometimes like when you're not that great at reading reversals, like a lot of people don't, because it just gets confusing. So it's like, wait, what are you telling me? Like let them fallow, like let the studies fallow and then begin again, or don't, right? Because so sometimes it's like, well, what do you mean by that? But what I see, and that's the thing, and that's the lesson, you guys, I hope you've learned that when you pull cards for yourself, it really does not matter what it says in the guidebook. And as you, like a lot of readers, as they get to know their deck and they get to know their self and they get to know their higher wisdom, Gracie, and they get to know their dogs that are just hell-bent on sabotaging your podcast, they don't need to look in a book for the answer. Like, it's clear to them. So when I looked at this card and saw that the workload has been diminished to the point that it does not even seem like work, what lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? It's like I don't have all the projects in my queue anymore, and it feels pretty good. Like, see, like that alfalfa, I'll turn it upside down so I can see for myself again. Alfalfa upright, the 10 of air looks like you're in the thick of it. You have to basically like cut away at the greenery to even get out of the patch or get through the patch. And it's exhausting almost to look at the 10 of air with this large field of alfalfa, right? And there is it's not a sickle, it's a scythe, Scythe. A scythe dangerously sticks up in the air, right? So it's like, dang, like this maybe could have been a perspective, but I'm ending my workload journey. I'm ending whatever cycle that I've been in for many years. So this is reversed in a beautiful, beautiful way. And that thing don't look dangerous now. It's literally a third of the size. I don't know how it does that, but when you flip it upside down, the picture looks so different. That dangerous tool looks like nothing. It looks like nothing. And it doesn't seem dangerous. And the large field has been minimized to the point of smallness. So I really feel like the lesson that I'm going to take with me is this release, this weight off my chest, now I am a Taurus and I am loyal and committed more than you'd ever know a human could be. And so I was the right person for the job 100% because of my invasiveness, because of my committedness. However, I am ready at some point to release this and be able to look upon everything and see its littleness in a good way and see the work as none to be done anymore. That I did it. I did all the work so much that this huge field seems very, very small. So alfalfa says you may have reached your limit. So yeah, I worked so hard and I'm still not done, but it's coming to completion, that yes, I reached my limit in a beautiful, good, feel-good way. However, it was a really beneficial learning experience. Absolutely. Now, alfalfa is planted in a field to restore worn out, degraded, and fallow land. So what lesson do I take with me as this journey ends? Okay, now it is time to rest. Now it is time to only maybe have one tiny project and have a lot more quiet time, a lot more meditative time, a lot more time where I can walk my dog she's 2 years old and she is a pit bull border collie and she really needs to run. Absolutely. So anyways, I would say what lessons do I take with me as this journey ends? Do not be afraid to put the tool down eventually. Do not be afraid to let things compost, to let things do what they need to do. You know, you've done the work, and now rest. And now let there be a little time of fallow, but enjoyable fallow, I would say. And yeah, definitely let yourself see how you've done the work, and now the workload seems very, very small. So as the journey ends, the lesson is, good job, you're done. Now be happy about that. Be happy that you don't have to continue to break your back. So all of my workaholic friends listening in, how does this make you feel? Like, what if that's the journey that's ready to come to end for you? Like, can you stop that journey of workaholism? You know, for so many, it's so hard, you know, because like you're just used to running, you're used to doing it, you're used to the always trying to catch up with yourself, and you've become really, really good at it. But you don't need to do that forever, do you? Right? I don't need to do that forever. Like, give ourselves permission to just really, you don't need to keep on trying to keep something going that's ready to complete. Like, a lot of these journeys are ready to end, but then like we keep them going. You do that in your relationships too. Like, looking back on some of them, can you see how, oh, I guess that relationship was ready to end, and then I just kept it going for 2 or 3 more years for whatever reason. You know, it's like honor completions, honor the endings of journey, honor death, honor the things that are necessary in order to have new beginnings. You can't keep adding on. You can't keep taking everything with you. It's like, think about yourself as being an adventurer or a journeyer on foot or in a small van. You can't take everything with you. As a matter of fact, like, even if you're traveling, you know, airplanes or whatever, like, you don't want that heavy of a suitcase. You want to travel light. So that's why you've got to let some of your journeys end. You've got to let some of your lessons end, your projects end, because you can't keep carrying the weight of everything. And there's no shame in ending. There's no shame in completion. It feels really good. It feels really, really, really good. And then you get to take lessons with you, which are like invisible t-shirts. Yeah, you don't even get a t-shirt. Sorry. You get an invisible t-shirt. It's called a lesson. It's called wisdom. It's called, oh, okay, new set of invisible tools. New set of perspective, awareness, expansion, progress. So thank you, Ella Campaign, for chiming in there. Our last card. Okay, are you okay with the ending? Are you okay with me ending? Appreciate me for the next 6 months, if you want. Right? Like, and I'm going to finish out the lessons that I still have, and I know what they are. I see them very clearly. See, Spirit has given me enough heads up that this is all coming to completion. Now they say, and how do you want to end it? How do you want to feel about ending it? Do you want to focus on your lessons and your wisdom and or your progress? Or you could focus on ego negativities and this or that. I mean, like, there's a definite fork in the road in my awareness and in the choice that I am being given now to make. And it really is an inside job. And it really is a matter of, I'm going to continue the same work for the next 6 months, but how I go about it within myself is a choice. And I can either end blazing double birds as I fly out the door, like saying, thanks a lot, you guys, for nothing. or I can end it in a way knowing that whatever it was that I was supposed to do, I did, and I completed it. And good job, Sadie, good job. So then I'll want to say, all right, well, what fresh new beginnings are coming in? Because there is no such thing as endings. With every ending is a new beginning. With every door closed, another one opens. I always roll my eyes when I say that because it's been said a billion times. But it's like, yeah, you will have new, fresh beginnings coming in. You will. You always will. You're an eternal being. That's what you do. So let's see what the cards say. I really am so wowed by the alfalfa card and the way, sometimes we think that reverse cards are no good. Well, in this middle position, this alfalfa card is a blessing. Seeing the smallness of the workload, it's so tiny. It's like hardly work now. It's hardly work. And so to someone who has worked very, very hard for a very long time, very diligently, that is a beautiful blessing to hear that now the work won't even seem like work. All right, what fresh new beginnings are coming in? What fresh new beginnings are coming in? Oh, that was quick and off the middle. I'm going to put the deck over there. Thank you, Herb Crafters Tarot. Now, I'm getting another reversed card. Now, this deck is not all reversed, you guys. Like, I'm not doing that. They're all different ways because I tornadoed them. But this one, too, is also a freaking blessing because it's the Five of Earth with that old worn down house, this slippery elm, and it's reversed. So if you think in opposite, if you can think in reverse, which is a little bit of a challenge. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not, but like when you think of, okay, so I've been living in a house that literally is the slippery elm house. Yes, it's been appreciated. It's been a roof over my head. I freaking love this house and this space, but yeah, it's gone with its challenges, and it's whatever. It's reversed now. So perhaps then the opposite of that is what the new beginnings are. Does that even make sense? Let's see. It's the Five of Earth. Yes, reversals are a challenge. They can be very challenging to read at time, but the fives are all about threat, conflict, and adversity in this. Like the plants themselves are threatened or endangered, but like it's coming in reverse. So you have to kind of think that some of the threat has to be lessened, right? Let's see what Slippery Elm says, and then we'll see if we can wrap our heads around it and see if like this is going to be a fresh new beginning that's worth getting excited about or not. So Five of Earth, Slippery Elm says, soothe the pain. You're a pain in the butt, dog. She is so funny. Soothe the pain. She wants me to play with her. Soothe the pain of those in need. Even the wounded can heal. You have the skills that it takes to survive any crisis. I know, right? So, but then it's reversed. So you have to think less grimly. You have to think a little bit more hopeful. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have the skills to survive any crisis and whatever, but it's like maybe because it's reversed, I hope to God, Goddess, all that is, Source, please, as my dog whines with me, Source, please tell me that it's not going to be, my new beginning is not going to be as rough as my last journey. Right? She wants me to chase her. Are you freaking kidding me? A slippery elm sapling. This is like, it's in the yard. It has the bamboo around it because it's real weak. It's really weak. But now It's upside down and dangling like all of the other cards. All 3 cards are just dangling, suspended, right? Everything's looking smaller. Yeah, when everything's reversed, it looks farther away and smaller. Like when I have the 5 of Earth upright looking at me, it seems like we're focused on the tree in the house. I'm like right in the yard. Reversed, it's literally just dangling small. Even the house is much smaller. So what do I really even focus on? I don't know, like more the sky in the background, because the chairs look tiny. Yeah, it's an upside down feeling to it a little bit. Definitely a smallness. So what fresh new beginnings are coming in? See, upright, slippery elm wants to acknowledge that economic and physical hardship may cause stress. It wants to talk about setbacks that can take you by surprise, reduced vitality. Slippery elm basically covers where what I've been doing. Now, what fresh new beginnings are coming in? This came in reversed. So yeah, I'm hoping that that's an indication that that bullshit is done now. I don't give a fuck if I have the skills to take any crisis by the balls and survive it and make the best of it. I've been making the best of it my whole life. That's why I'm so good at it. Like, I hope that the new fresh beginnings that are coming in are saying, all right, this next journey is going to be easier. Okay, you're getting, thank God, the 5 of Earth reversed. Okay, reversed. So don't feel so susceptible. Don't feel like you have to always be healing your wounds, right? Don't feel like you're the one who has to always be soothing the pain of those in need. Like, hopefully this new fresh beginning is something that is not going to require as much faith and as much of a backbone and as much as a sturdy, like my body is so sturdy, it's ridiculous, but it is almost getting to the point of being inflexibly strong, like a little rigid, like, wow, I've really worked so hard, like all of everything's tight. Like, I am ready to chill out. I am ready to relax. So yeah, even in hard times, we have all the resources. I get it. I've proved it. So I'm hoping that the opposite of that now is what the new fresh beginnings that are coming in. I hope. If not, I mean, I know I can deal with whatever, but I'm hoping that these reversals with the 12-12 tarot spread are reversals in their most beautiful forms. All right, well, that's a Tarot Tuesday. It never goes like I think it will, but hey, it went the way it went. Take it or leave it, right? So what cards did you get? If you pull on Instagram, tag me at Herb Oracle. I'll have a peek and check them out and see if you have better new fresh beginnings. But I'm actually very pleased with the idea of just getting a break, of looking at the workload like a teeny weeny thing that doesn't even look like work. And then, yeah, feathers. That's all I can remember from the first card. I mean, so I'm cool with it. It did bring forth a little bit of a perspective that it's good for me to see now, and because then I'm prepared. And you're like, wait, why do you need to prepare to take a break? Hello, if you're a workaholic, then I don't need to explain this to you. Yeah, workaholics need to prepare for taking it easy. We have to get ready to get out of that mindset. So yeah, it probably will take me 6 months to slow it down because I have so much momentum. And like I think that I have to always be like this, but I don't. So anyways, I'm gonna allow Spirit to help me through this one, like everything, and make all my journeys and lessons easy transitions, and then the fresh new beginnings will be welcomed in.